Hello and welcome to the Book of Unwritten Tales 2, where I have taken a look at the walkthrough, and apparently there was one pretty obvious combination that I didn't try here.
The only thing more useful than a bit of string and a long stick is a long stick with a bit of string attached. Fishing rods offer the best of both worlds, and one can do practically anything with them. Like, well, fishing, for example.
Alright, and now we use this here.
I've come up with an idea on how we can get you to fly.
Really?
Yes. I don't want to go into detail, but let's just say there's something to do with this homemade fishing rod.
I see. Tie it up.
Done. What do you think, Gulliver? Is it time to give the mayor a bit of a fright?
We can at least give it a go.
A flying ghost this time. Oh, very nice. He doesn't look very scary.
But he can speak.
Oh, nice effect. But I've already seen ventriloquists at the fun fair.
But
We'll be back. Oh. Let's get out of here.
But everything usually startles him.
He didn't seem scared this time. Don't let your head drop. We'll think of something and try again.
Then we'll just have to make the costume even spookier.
Well, maybe
Hello.
draw on it?
I'm just thinking if we could get our ghosts to glow using a couple of hot pieces of coal.
Or how about glowing eyes? That would be even scarier.
Great idea. Then all we need is some kind of holder for them. And we'll need to be very careful. Those coals are very hot.
Oh, right. Here, hold these. Don't lose them.
Here.
Nate, give me 2 pieces of coal. Red glowing ones from down at the bottom, if possible. And? How do I look?
That is really spooky. And also just a touch revolting.
That's how it should be.
Okay.
Gulliver,
Yes?
that werewolf you saw, I think it was Timmy.
Timmy, what are you saying?
I met him in the woods. He's a weird rat.
You mean Timmy's been bitten by a werewolf?
Not tonight. Presumably some time ago. He was in Esther's coat pocket when we got to the dark woods. It's always night here and always a full moon.
And when my fluffy kitten was frightened by the paladin?
He must have fallen out of the pocket. He saw the full moon and poof, changed.
And you said it's always a full moon here.
Ah, that's right. We have to find a way to lift the curse. Or we have to somehow get Timmy out of the dark woods.
Alright, let's try this again.
This time we'll do it.
Let's spook! Oh, whoa! Ooh, wow!
Wow. Oh, that looks really scary. Well done.
Aha! Then you should use your PKE and see what it says.
I don't need it. I know there's nothing supernatural at work here.
How do you know that?
Well, for one, I can see the string you're using to hold up the ball of whatever it is. And I can see you. I'm even speaking to you.
Ah, okay. I'll give you that one.
Wilbur?
But the eyes look great. And the voice is good too. How did you manage to make it sound as if it came from the ghost?
Why do I smell burning?
That voice isn't coming from me. It's coming from...
Fire! Fire! Ah! Ah! Wilbur, where are you? Ah! Ow! What the devil is going on here? Where is everyone?
What is that?
The, rubber ball has changed itself into an evil skull.
Right. Whoa! I'm an evil, terrible, demonic skull! Fear me!
But I'm not getting any sign of supernatural activity.
Oh, that's because us evil demons have learned how to haunt without being recognized.
That's not possible.
But there's more! Get the man with the PKE, the Heart of the Woods said.
No.
We shall return!
That was unexpected.
We're doomed.
No, I'll find the heart of the wood and put an end to this. Have no fear. See you later.
Alright. Well, we got the thing. Do we have the thing now? Oh. I guess we need to return the eyes. Right?
Wilbur, well, how do you think we did? From what I saw up there, he almost wet himself.
That would have made me feel even more guilty. I wish we didn't have to scare him that badly.
All for a good cause. If you can track the Heart of the Wood with the PKE and destroy it, then you'll actually be helping him. Here, catch.
If I use it in the woods, it'll show me the way to the heart of the woods.
Try it out, and good luck. Ah, very good. Some of my best. Esther says the left one is the most handsome one I have.
Okay. So now we have the PKE and the silver bolt. Oh. Deeper into the woods, yeah. Let's go.
Look what I've got here.
What is it?
This device can tell us how close we're getting to a source of supernatural energy.
Genius! We just have to keep to the paths where the device reacts strongest.
That's right. Our senses can be fooled, but not good old gnome technology.
I'll mark the route we follow so we can find it again later.
Let's go.
I think this thing is just leading us round in circles.
I don't believe it. Look, the heart of the woods.
Are you sure?
Pretty much, yep.
We have to be prepared for anything. Headless horsemen, paladins, witches, spiders. There could be a whole army waiting for us in there.
Ladies first?
Okay, I guess we're not looking at her then.
Whatever is living in the cave under the tree, it's killed off all the trees close by. Only the tree directly above the cave entrance is alive. Well, more or less. I've never seen such a gnarled, sickly tree before. Even Ivo's dad would have trouble getting that to blossom again.
Well, in we go.
Well, okay then. I'll lead.
well, well. Who have we here?
Archmage! You're alive! What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm not alive. I'm just a ghost, thanks to you.
But...
Thanks to your incompetence and stupidity.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't mean for all of this to happen.
I trusted you. I was your friend, and you didn't prevent my death.
Archmage,
Silence!
Remy.
An albatross around my neck. Nothing more. You disappointed me, Wilbur.
Archmage Alistair and Remy were my friends. I forbid you to pretend they're here.
Don't you understand, Wilbur? We relied on you, and you have abused our trust. You disappointed us, and you will disappoint Gulliver, Timmy, and the others too. You're just a stupid little boy who makes everything worse.
Rubbish. Don't listen to him, Wilbur. No, a spider.
Yes! I will suck you dry.
Stop! I know who you are.
And...
You're always whatever we're most afraid of.
I'm death, disease, loss, failure, humiliation. The monster under the bed. The creature in the cupboard.
Lizzie's afraid of spiders. Esther of the Paladin who once chopped her head off. And me, I don't want to make any mistakes and cause anything nasty to happen to my friends.
But you can't prevent it. Neither of you will leave this cave alive. And then I'll get your friends one by one.
You have no chance against the two of us. Lizzie and I are a good team.
Yes, one of you is half petrified with fear, and the only thing keeping the other upright is the courage of desperation.
You aren't real. Arrows and bolts just fly straight through you.
Nothing can harm me. You're lost desperately.
You only have power if we give it to you, right?
No, I am real. I will kill your friend.
Yeah? Go on then.
I will sink my fangs into your skull.
No, you won't. The spider isn't real, Lizzie.
I am. Fear is real.
It can only paralyze us if we let it. Why are you backing off? Are you gonna bite her or what?
Yes. Why should I be scared of you if you can't do anything to me?
But what if I can? You can't be sure.
I'll take the risk.
You can't destroy me. I'm always here.
But we can control you. Everything okay?
Yes, I'm all right now.
Wow. Okay.
All sorts of small stuff and a few pieces of clothing too. Yes, this thing fed off its victims' fear. It made them ill, perhaps even drove them mad. They were no longer able to think of anything else, didn't eat, and no one in the town knew what had happened. A little mirror, a flute, shoes, scarves, and there's a hair clip. Lots of little things, all mementos of the abducted villagers. I will talk to the mayor and offer to bring everything back to the village once I've freed Timmy from the curse and found the sorcerer's book.
All right.
picture of a clown. Funny. A sad clown is art, everyone knows that, but this one here looks pretty normal to me. Even though I spent quite a bit of time in Seastone, I don't know much about fish. I'm a child of the mountains. I'm pretty sure that this must be a dolphin, though, as it wants to play with a swimmer. Someone once told me that dolphins weren't actually fish at all. They were actually birds, because they flew through the water with their wings, just like birds through the air. Might be something to that. A man waving at the observer in a friendly manner. He's wearing a name tag. Looks like his name is Claus. I don't get it. I don't like it when you really have to think to get the meaning of art. What is this Claus picture trying to tell us? Esther hasn't made a sound yet. I hope she's all right. And I hope she can walk. It'd be a long walk back if I had to carry her. Esther, how are you doing?
He's going to cut my head off, and then I won't be able to look after Gulliver and Nate anymore.
Don't worry, Esther. That thing is gone. It can't hurt you now.
The Paladin, he wants to chop my head off. Who's going to take care of both my boys then?
Gulliver and Nate are fine. They're both waiting for you at the campfire.
Yes, for now. But the Paladin wants to chop my head off. And who'll take care of them if that happens?
There is no Paladin anymore. And there never was one in the first place. It was a kind of apparition sent to scare you.
No, I definitely saw him. He is out to get my family.
Look at me, Esther. There's no one here who wants to do you any harm. The ghost has disappeared.
He has gone?
It's gone, and it won't come back as long as you don't let it.
He said that he was going to get Nate. As soon as he has chopped my head off, he was going to get my little boy.
It won't come to that. I'll explain, but not here. Let's join Nate and Gulliver by the nice warm fire, okay?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
Aww.
As soon as she takes Gulliver and Nate into her arms and knows that everything is okay, she'll forget this cave in no time. I'm not sure what to ask. I think I'll simply gaze at her for a while.
Okay, well, I guess there's nothing else left for us to do but to go back.
I know two people who are longing to see you, Esther.
And I know someone who owes us a sack of gold.
Come on, let's go.
So, there was never a curse?
That's right. No curse, no real threat. Only fear made it become a reality.
Oh, then I'll try to be more open-minded in the future and not always assume the worst.
You can start by welcoming my zombie friends into your village.
We'll see. At least I'll talk to them.
That would be good. If my memory serves me right, you promised a sack full of gold to the person who hunted down the Headless Horseman.
Of course. And you have earned it.
We earned it. You get half of this, Lizzie.
That won't be necessary. See you around.
Oh, yes. See you later.
I think she just, never mind.
Why did fear show itself to you in the form of a Headless Horseman?
Oh, my grandfather always used to tell me a story about a headless horseman. I was terribly scared of it, but it was still my favourite story.
And if there's enough hysteria, you'll believe anything. Even that ghost stories are real. Now you know how to defend yourself against the curse. So could you please show me the way to the old Van Buren castle?
Oh, yeah, of course. You and the Enchanting young lady.
Huh, and about time too.
I'd better draw myself a good map. I'm sure I'll be going back and forth between the castle and the village a few more times. My friends are here and Timmy is still somewhere in the woods.
Fine, let's go.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Whale. I drew my path on the map very carefully. This way, we can always return to the village if necessary.
No need. I'll only leave the castle one more time, with a few crates of gold.
What do you mean?
This place sucks, don't you think?
The castle will blossom in your presence, just like me.
Laddie!
My moonshine.
You won't believe what I've been through. I need a bath this instant.
But of course, my love. Then perhaps a light dinner, and then let's just see what the evening holds in store.
Ahem.
Are you her servant?
No,
You can be my servant. My Igor died years ago. For good this time.
Actually, I wanted to...
Wipe your shoes, or you'll have to clean everything again.
But... here we go again.
Okay then. Well, at least we're going to be able to get into the castle.
Nasty statues. I saw them from the drawbridge. They look like a mixture of a man and bat. And it's almost as if, they watch you the whole time as you approach the castle.
Hmm?
Neither the drawbridge nor the portcullis were able to protect Van Buren against the mages, paladins and villagers who came for him. Maybe he was no longer at the height of his power. Otherwise, a sorcerer like him should be able to defend a castle like this easily.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
The Count and his young fiancée met through a newspaper ad, which means someone has to fight his way through the mountains on a regular basis. Just a single sealed scroll. To Count Vladimir Orlov, the Dark Woods. Oh, hey, the seal bears the sea stone coat of arms.
Oh, interesting.
Legend has it that a master builder was once hired to come up with a visually appealing way to divert water from the roofs of buildings. He thought to himself, why don't I put statues on the corners of the roof and let them get rid of water the way you, get rid of water? The idea with the peeing statues didn't meet much approval, and they forced him to change his design. He was very angry about the whole thing. That's why gargoyles today look like they're constantly throwing up.
All right.
It doesn't look like rain, thankfully. A storm is the last thing I need in a place like this. In an old building like this, falling masonry is probably an occupational hazard. Wonder if that's why the position of Igor was open. Stone's fairly flat, maybe some sort of roof tile. Yeah! Big white maggots.
Okay.
Okay, if we must. Yeah.
Look, a few maggots are probably going to come in handy at some point.
I'd say that coach hasn't moved a metre since old Van Buren's day. Several spokes are broken. Yes. Ooh, there's a small tree growing out of one of the seats. I wonder how many owners this castle had before Van Buren. Too bad it's so run down. Soon it'll be nothing but ruins. Nothing but weeds and trash everywhere you look. The Count really does need some urgent household support. Time to make myself useful as the new servant. On the other hand, I'm not the world's best gardener and should probably leave well alone.
Okay then.
A shallow water bowl for the chickens. Empty. They've no use for an empty bowl.
But we might.
The chicken coop is in pretty much the same condition as the castle. Skew whiff. And the roof leaks. The Count seems to like chickens. That's a good sign. Anyone who likes animals can't be a bad person. The chickens seem to be quite lively. They run, they peck. You could say they're poultry in motion. The Count seems to like chickens.
Okay. Do the chickens want weeds? No. Maggots? No.
I wonder why someone would send a letter from Seastone to the Dark Woods. The letter's sealed and it's not proper for a servant to read his master's post.
Okay.
Thick white grubs. For some, these things are a source of protein. I'm a little more conservative about my food. A little dandelion, bit of grass and some other weeds. A shallow bowl.
All right. Well, oh.
The castle is way, way too big for one person. Why do all rich people always buy buildings like this and live in them all alone? As the rooms the Count uses are so dilapidated, I wonder what the others will look like.
Well, let's go in and take a look.
Oh, fine. Lovely. Hard to believe how high the ceiling is in this hall. The chandelier chains disappear into the gloom. You can see eyes blinking way up in the dark, and you can hear the occasional squeak. I think those are bats. The Count probably hasn't noticed them yet. I can hardly imagine him allowing bats in his castle. The stairs don't just lead upwards, they also go down into an impenetrable blackness. Dungeons, tombs, all kinds of things that I don't want anything to do with could be down there.
Yeah, could be.
The stairs don't just lead upward, dungeon. From the outside, it looks as though the castle has at least 5 or 6 floors. And old castles often have cellars and dungeons too. Judging from the outside, I'd say at least 5 or 6. And old castles like this one often have cellars and dungeons too. A lot of work for just one Igor. How many candles must have burned here to leave a pile of wax that big? Or are those magic candles that have been burning for decades? If I need a load of candle wax, I know where I can find it.
All right. Can't take any at the moment, though.
Ooh, scary people. I can't tell if these are relatives of the sorcerer or the Count. The only certainty is that these are some of the creepiest faces I have ever seen. But they look somehow generous. Ooh, scary people. I can't... The only... A small wood stove like that can't even begin to heat such a huge building. Here in the hallway, it's exactly the same temperature as outside. The stove reminds me of the one in my classroom in Seastone. It had a broken pipe too, and it was pretty useless. However, this one looks less pleasant.
Yeah.
The castle really needs to be dusted. But, seeing as how it would be my job as the servant, I think I'll just keep quiet on the subject. The Count probably got tired of always having to clean the mirror. Very old mirror. Except for a few dull spots, it's in good nick. Very old mirror.
Okay. Can't do anything with the mirror right now.
There are some pretty strange characters here in the gallery, but this one really takes the cake. A very unpleasant-looking fellow. He looks evil, arrogant, and more than a little bit crazy. A heavy wooden chest with 7 seals. 2 of them are open.
Okay, so 5...
Could be where the book is hidden, but it could also contain the Count's well-protected underwear. Either way, there's no sign of how to open the 5 remaining seals.
Aha. The hall.
Ah, there you are, Igor. Prepare dinner for my fiancée. And set the table with all the trimmings. We want to have a romantic meal before withdrawing.
My name's Wilbur.
My servants are all called Igor. Igor, his father Igor, his grandfather Igor, and his father too.
Whew, you certainly had a lot of servants.
That's why it's too late now to get used to a new name. I'll call you Igor. I would even give you Igor's old suit, if I had it.
The villagers told me that the mad sorcerer Ashcroft Van Buren used to live here.
That is correct, until he was hung, drawn, and quartered. The wizards and paladins didn't do things by halves, just quarters. They took everything that was of interest or value to them. They left the rest here.
Was there a book amongst the things left behind?
The Sorcerer's Diary. Yes, I found that a few months after I moved in a secret desk drawer.
No, I mean, more of a magic book, you know, with incantations and such.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, well, the diary could come in handy.
The large chest in the hall looks like it's been there a long time. Is it yours?
Van Buren had it built, but now it belongs to me. The painting up there is of him. The chest and the painting are the only things the mages wanted to take with them, but they couldn't. Both are bound to the castle by powerful magic.
Ooh, so there must be something important in there.
I don't know. I've only been able to open 2 of the 7 seals.
Maybe that's where he kept his spellbook.
Is it valuable? The young ladies are getting ever more demanding these days, and my new line of guano skin cream for the man of the world hasn't done quite as well as I hoped.
Master, maybe I can help opening the chest for you. I'm good at that kind of thing.
If you wish, as long as it doesn't clash with your other tasks. I want to be sure my little bunny rabbit is properly pampered. Here, the Sorcerer's Diary. I was able to open the first 2 seals with the help of this.
Thank you, Master. Do you know much about werewolves?
Not particularly. Us and them, we don't get on. Normal wolves, yes. They're the children of the night, and I like standing on the balcony of an evening, listening to them singing. But werewolves, poor souls that have been cursed and can feel nothing but primitive anger and hate.
Is there any way to get rid of the curse?
Of course, quite easily. You have to kill the werewolf that cursed you in the first place.
And if you don't know who it was?
Then you can only hope that a friend pumps your head full of silver.
No way! Master, this scroll was in the postbox.
From Seastone. Archmage murdered. Wanted, blah, blah. Nothing of any importance.
Are you sure?
I'm not interested in politics. Kings and archmages come and go.
Yes, you're right. No reason to burden yourself with such things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of the Archmage and me on the cover. Even if the Count isn't interested in politics, he's not likely to let a wanted murderer work for him. He would hand me over to the Van Burens if he noticed.
Well, good thing he isn't interested.
Count?
Yes, Igor?
And what may I serve you and the young Miss Kiki?
For the young lady, a rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast. That's what young ladies eat these days. Nothing for me, thank you.
Not even a little bite?
Maybe later. Until then, I'll make do with a glass of red wine.
As you wish, Master. I'll go and find the chef and order the salad.
I don't have a chef. I normally order out.
But I can't cook.
How hard can it be to make a salad with vinegar and oil? Make haste, Igor.
Very well. Count Olaf, Master. What was it with Igor and his uniform?
Your predecessor, Igor, made himself at home in the cellar, Igor. He had a bed, a desk, all his belongings. I think now you're the new Igor. It is all yours.
And Igor's uniform?
It will be amongst his things. Go and have a look. But be careful. It's dark down there.
I could take a candle.
I don't think that's a very good idea. They are attracted to light.
They?
Things that live in the darkness. Igor had due respect for them and never dared go down there with a light.
Perhaps the uniform isn't important after all. I saved your fiancée in the forest. She was thrown from a horse and lost her way.
The poor child. What luck that nothing happened to her. I've been waiting for her for so long.
I heard you've been married a few times.
Many times. Unfortunately, I've never grown old with any of my lovers. I am cursed. I'm forced to try again every few years with a new, young woman.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm really sorry. If you'll excuse me, Master, work calls.
Make haste. My little honey bunny has gone upstairs to take a bath and could come back down at any minute.
What is upstairs?
Nothing of interest to you. Your place is down here. And tomorrow I'll show you the cellar and the crypt.
I can hardly wait.
Let's talk more work, Igor.
All right, let's look around.
Luckily, the scroll rolled itself back up. Otherwise, the Count may have spotted that his new Igor is wanted for murder. The council leader must have sent these search warrants everywhere. I hope one didn't make it here. I'll have to be careful. I don't want to go back to Seastone in chains. Luckily, the scroll... Otherwise... The Count seems to be a wine lover. Red wine, to be exact. Seems to me the Count doesn't need a servant for his wine. He refills the glass himself. The Count...
Okay.
I find it odd that Count Olaf bought a castle in the dark woods. Most old people love the heat and the sun. There's not a lot of either here. Maybe he burns easily. Are these just decorative plates, or can they be used? Nate once ate fried potatoes off of the Queen's face in Elfborough. Ivo's mother was not amused.
Igor, be more careful.
I didn't do anything. The plate just flew off the wall.
I've lived here for 10 years. Castle Orlofstein has never been haunted.
Weird. Incense? Not something I really expected to find in a place this old. On the other hand, maybe the Count also noticed that it sometimes smells a little moldy and musty in here. Incense? Not something I... On the other hand... Cutlery.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing of interest.
Okay.
This is the table I'm supposed to serve dinner on, with all the trimmings. A few days ago, I was a professor of magic in a magic school, and now I'm Igor for a count in the middle of nowhere. The table is pretty old and covered with stains. Won't be good enough to impress the Count's fiancée. The table is pretty old. It won't be good. A lovely glass with a thick bottom. Glasses made of perfect transparent glass like this are very rare and expensive.
Better not drop it then.
What's this cord for?
You can make various bells in the castle ring by pulling it.
But there's only one cord.
Who needs more?
Okay.
Ooh, the space here isn't just brighter and friendlier than the entrance hall. All the candles make it a lot warmer too.
Do I have anything I'd want to use that with? Probably not at the moment.
The worms cannot comprehend my genius. That is why they say I'm insane. Rutherford does not trust us. He will deceive us, I know. He will be the first to die once we have the power of the Nameless One. Who is Rutherford? Here is a drawing of the various seals. There's something written next to each seal. No one is smarter than I. I have devised a chest for my most valuable possession with 7 seals that only I can open. Each seal can be opened only in a very special manner and only I know how. Each mechanism is more clever than the one before. And there's a list describing how each seal is opened. Ha! It's a good thing the sorcerer was so proud of his work. The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal.
Yeah. Totally how it happened, probably.
The third seal will only open when the word open is spoken in Rattish.
Okay. Open in Rattish.
The fifth seal can only be opened by the breath of death. Death breath. Only one of worthy heart can open the 7th and final seal.
Worthy heart.
Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal. Only those who feel insatiable hunger can open the 4th seal. The 4th seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything. The 6th seal is opened by the invisible key that is visible to all.
Okay. anything else?
Once all 7 magic seals have been released, the chest can be opened. You may have to shake the lid a little. It sometimes sticks.
So I guess there's probably nothing we can do about it at the moment. We'll continue.
2 seals are already open. 5 are still closed. The note should help me.
Yep. We'll continue looking around. In the next episode, I'm ending this one here. And maybe we'll also figure out how to make the salad. For now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. If you like this video, please leave it a like. I would really love that. And also, please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again next time.